everyone, Anthony Ruffalo, Certified Financial Planner. I wanted to share with you some of the common characteristics and traits that I have learned from working with successful, wealthy, well-to-do people that have accumulated a significant amount of wealth over their lifetime. So what I did was I went back and I looked through my top 10 households, top 10 families that I've worked with over the years. I've been in this business for 14 years. And I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of families intimately and get to know some of and recognize some of these common characteristics. So there's also, there's thousands of books that you can go out and read. There's the Millionaire Next Door. There's all sorts of blogs and financial columns that you can read. Money Magazine, Smart Money, Forbes, and it's everyone has their opinion. These financial tips. And what I wanted to do was actually audit my own book of business and my own clients and see if I could identify some common characteristics, traits, lessons that I have learned from them over the years. So I went back and here's what I looked at. So let me qualify this. This is the clients that my top 10 clients range from a net worth of 2 up to 15 million. And that's total estate, total net worth value. Typically age 55 to age 70. And they're either at retirement or retired, living on a retirement income. And I made a list of some common threads, some common characteristics that I've seen through the years. And what I have found is that it's usually a combination of luck, hard work, and value system. And here's some of the things that I've found. They've all been blessed with good health. Good health has allowed them to work 20, 30, 40-year careers, stay active and healthy, earn and accumulate. A major health event is a huge financial impact that could have significant consequences. When you're healthy, you can work, you can earn, and you can save. So good health has been a blessing that I've noticed, and that's just the luck of the draw. They've come from professions with steady employment. All sorts of employment, all sorts of backgrounds. Could be legal profession, medical profession, education, sales, engineers. There are people that come from all walks of life with all backgrounds, but they've had steady employment for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, which have allowed them to accumulate. They've all taken advantage of their employer benefits, whether that be 401k, stocks, stock option, stock purchase plans, restricted stock units. They've all taken advantage of their employer benefits or employer offered benefits in order to accumulate wealth. I've noticed they all seek advice from professionals, and that whether that be medical, whether that be legal, whether that be accounting. Professional advice comes in many different forms, but I've noticed that these people, they seek advice when they're trying to make a major decision that may be outside of their knowledge base or outside of their wheelhouse. They're coachable. They're very coachable people. I've noticed they've all lived below their means. So they've made a good income, but they've never lived to it. They've never spent to that income, and they've been able to accumulate and put money away. I noticed that they all stay fit. Exercise and nutrition is something that's important to them because they realize that health is a blessing and they pay attention to it. They treat themselves well. They treat their bodies well by staying fit and active. They're emotionally intelligent people. They're not quick to snap judgments. They're typically kind. They are the type of people that don't rush to decisions. They're not emotionally driven. They're data driven. They're more data driven people, not emotionally driven people. That's what I mean by emotionally intelligent. Every single one of the families that I've worked with have been invested in the stock market in one way, shape, form, or another over the course of 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And they've used that as a wealth accumulation vehicle, which I thought was very interesting. What else? They have all paid for a large part, if not all, of their children's educations, which gives their kids, the next generation below them, a leg up when they graduate. Education is something that's been important to all of these families. Coincidentally enough, they've all, 10 out of 10, have had help from the upper generation. Whether that be a small gift, maybe a help with a down payment on a first home, $10,000 or $20,000, or a significant inheritance of a few $1,000,000. I've noticed that all of my wealthiest families that I work with have gotten help from the upper generation as a result of the upper generation's mentality and thought process around money. And what that's done, that's helped them and their generation. And the next bullet point that I had was every single one, all of 10 of these, my top households, they have taken onus of their own estate plan because they want to make sure that the next generation also is taken care of, also gets a head start in life. So they value the fact that they have had help, and they themselves in turn have done the right thing financially, and they now want to pay that forward to the next generation. And they've done that by putting their own estate plans in place and making sure that their own financial estates are in order. Another kind of random, I noticed they all take vacations. They all take nice vacations. They take care of themselves. When it's time to take a break, they break. And that comes in several forms, whether it be, travel and vacations around the world or Europe or Caribbean, or something as simple as renting a beach house down at the beach or a mountain house and paying for it for 2 weeks and having the whole extended family come and stay. When they do it right. Every single one of these families has not been exempt from adversity. They've all faced adversity and overcome adversity, and adversity comes in different forms. It could be a health event. It could be a financial event, unemployment. It could be an early loss of a loved one or a spouse. Their adversity comes in many different forms, and they have all overcome. They haven't let the adversity completely derail them to the point where it has caused financial damage. So it hasn't always been easy for these people, but they work through it, which is an interesting point that I've noticed. And then the last point is that I know they're all charitably inclined. Every single one of my top 10 families, they all give money away every single year. They realize that life it's about something bigger than them, and they make sure that they donate money every single year to charity, and that is of their own volition. So that pretty much sums it up. Those are just some common themes that I've noticed, and I wanted to share that as in my capacity as just a CFP and an advisor, really being in a privileged place to work with these fantastic people. I personally have learned a lot, and it's helped me pass those lessons down to other clients and share in hopes of taking some of those lessons and helping other people accumulate like some of these wealthy or well-to-do families have done. So hopefully you find that helpful. I didn't drag this on for too long, but I wanted to give you some insight into some of the details I have learned by working with some fantastic people along the way. Thank you.